Hi, it's Alpha. Welcome to my YouTube channel where we discuss all things fitness, lifestyle, and philosophy. I ruined my body. That's what I want to talk about today. Falling off your fitness journey and how tough that is. So, I started officially going to the gym in 2019. Oh my gosh, I was so consistent. I was even developing abs. Like, I was at the gym all the time. All the time. And then, of course, we all know what happened in 2020. But I did try to be as consistent as possible, considering all the lockdowns and all the changes. Same with 2021, although they might have been a little shaky. It might have been a little shaky because of, everything that was happening around the world. And 2023 was officially the year I fell off. 2022, I was still very consistent at the gym. 2023, I officially fell off. I literally hit a wall. At the end of 2022, I was so burnt out, so tired, so depressed. My nervous system was fried. So there's a term called dorsal vagal shutdown, which describes when the nervous system is so overwhelmed, it goes into a freeze mode. That means you're literally frozen. It's like you're here, but there's nobody behind those eyes. You're here, but it's like you're a zombie, essentially. Like, it's so difficult to do even the tiniest things, the smallest things, like getting out of bed is so exhausting because your nervous system is so tired from years and years of stress, years and years of trauma. So that's exactly what I was experiencing at the end of 2022. By 2023, I did not even want to see the inside of a gym, okay? I could not, for the life of me, even get out of bed most days. I had to force myself because bills have to be paid. But like, I also developed agoraphobia, which is basically the fear of going outside and being around people. Like, my social anxiety peaked. I just could not imagine being inside a gym. And you know how overwhelming a gym can be, Like, as comfortable as I am in the gym now, I understand when people feel intimidated by going to the gym. I understand because it can be a very intimidating space, especially if you're not sure what you're doing. But I just did not want to see the inside of a gym. I was stressed. Everything was just bad. So as a result, that was my most inactive year in my life. I have never been so, and I'm an active person generally. I have never been so sedentary in my life. I gained so much weight, Like, I think I gained like 10 kilograms, which looking back is not bad. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. Honestly, it's not too bad, but I was out of shape for the first time in my life ever. I was so out of shape. To console myself, I just kept telling myself, I'm out of shape right now, but at least I'm alive. Because things could have really gone left for me had I not gotten professional help. But I also picked up some really terrible habits that I never used to do. I picked up some terrible habits. At the time, I was on sertraline, and apparently some antidepressants can make you crave alcohol. There is a research paper on this. And guess what? I was drinking like a fish. And it's so weird. I used to crave rosé, like red wine. But I was not eating the best and definitely drinking my calories. So yes, I had the dorsal vagal shut down. I was depressed, but I also took decisions. I made decisions that were not so beneficial for me and my health at the time. And I completely ruined my body. Ruined. Ruined, in society's terms. Nobody's perfect, and this experience taught me that falling off is a part of the process. Falling off is fundamental. Failure is fundamental. It's just a part of life. Sometimes you're gonna lose. You're gonna win some, lose some. But falling off is also a part of your journey, your fitness journey. Sometimes people think of a fitness journey like they see it as, oh, you start and there's an end, but it's called a journey for a reason. So sometimes you might be up, sometimes you might be down. But I think approaching your fitness journey with empathy and understanding is key, so that you can continue to make the best decisions for yourself. Because in falling off, I took a whole year off gym, but at the same time, I was able to rewire my nervous system. And by 2024, I restarted the gym in a different mindset. I felt less stressed in my body. So if you're looking to restart your fitness journey, I have a few tips for you to help you get started. If I was talking to myself 2 years ago, that kind of felt bad for falling off, not looking as good as I typically do, or feeling as good as I typically do, this is what I would tell that person. Number one, if you want to get back into your fitness or wellness journey, start little by little. Don't think, oh, I haven't been to the gym in a year. Don't think you're going to come back first day and lift 100 kilograms. It's just not going to work. Relax. Maybe start with a group class. Start by doing yoga at the gym. Maybe walk on the treadmill. Maybe walk outside. Some people don't go to the gym like that. Maybe do a short workout at home, but just start little by little. Like, start with a small change and make those changes incrementally. Make those changes bigger. Make the changes bigger day by day. Don't try and tackle something huge. Don't give yourself an unrealistic goal, because you've been out of action for a while. So take your time when getting back into your fitness journey. My second piece of advice is create systems that work. So create a schedule. Know when you're going to be active. Creating set expectations for yourself prevents excuses. So if 30 minutes after I get home from work, that's when I'm gonna take a walk or do a short YouTube workout every single day, and that's on your schedule, there's no excuses. There's no, oh, I'm feeling a little tired. No, you've already put that in writing, put pen to paper, and it needs to happen. Treat it like a 9 to 5. I've heard a lot of people say this online, and I absolutely agree with that advice. Treat it like a 9 to 5, like it's non-negotiable. Sometimes you don't want to get up and go to work, but you kind of know you have to, even if you don't want to. But we treat our goals as optional, which is crazy, because how am I so how am I so dedicated to the 9 to 5? But when it comes to my goals, I'm just like, I don't feel like it today. No, you need to treat it the same. You need to be serious. Be serious about your goals. You know, be like, I said I'm gonna do this, therefore I'm gonna follow through on my promise. My next piece of advice is to work out in groups or get a gym buddy. Group workouts are so great for accountability and just socializing in general. Amazing. If you're getting back into your wellness or fitness journey, please, if there's a group that you can run with, you know, there's so many running clubs around, join. If there's a group workout at the gym, join that. Do it. Or find a friend who's on the same journey as you, on the same level as you, who's trying to do what you want to do, and work out together. It's so much harder disappointing other people than disappointing yourself, which is again crazy. Like, the human psyche is so weird. But I find that when there's other people involved, people can encourage you and keep you going, even when you yourself don't feel like it. So commit to group exercise and build that community around fitness. Make it fun. Like, fitness doesn't have to be this strict and boring thing. It can be a time where you get together with people that you like, people that are high energy, people that motivate you and that you motivate. And you leave the class feeling energized and you're like, wow, that was great, that was fun, I can't wait to do it again. So find something that makes you feel like that, makes you feel excited to move your body. My next piece of advice is find a professional. A professional can really help you restart your fitness and wellness journey. Like, for example, in 2024, I started professional training sessions at the gym. I've always wanted to get a trainer, and you know, they can be quite pricey. So finally, I was able to afford it. So if you need a trainer or a nutritionist or anything of the sort, I would recommend that you reach out to a professional. Lastly, be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. As low as I was in 2023, I never looked at my body in the mirror and said anything negative or thought anything negative about my body. Like, I was conscious of the fact that I had fallen off my fitness journey, but that didn't stop me from wearing a bikini. That did not stop. I was in my bikini with my stomach fat hanging low, okay? Like, honestly, it didn't stop the show. Like, a few kilograms are not gonna stop the show over here, not over here. Like, it didn't really make me feel some type of way. So I think the things we say to ourselves are really important. And even if you're not where you want to be, it's still good to speak to yourself positively, because how do you expect to do better if you're constantly berating yourself and putting yourself down? The number on the scale is not an indication of your worth. I didn't feel like it reflected my worth as a person. It was just like, this is just a phase in life that I'm going through, and it's okay because I'm human, and that's just a part of growth. So the things you say to yourself are really important. And you don't even have to love your body. You can just feel neutral about it, you know? Body neutrality is also key. Like, you don't have to look in the mirror and be like, my body's tea, even if you consciously know it's not, or you feel like, this is not the best I've looked, I know I can look better. But you don't have to hate your body either. You don't have to look in the mirror and berate yourself. You can just be happy that you have a body that functions, that works, and that you're alive, and that's enough. Sometimes that's enough. So that's all I have to say about falling off your fitness journey and finding your way back again. Let me know if you've ever fallen off your fitness journey, if you're planning to restart. What is the vibe for 2026? Comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and most of all, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.